Hey everyone, I am still getting this. I had a few screens open, so I'm trying to close those out. Hello, Dave. Hello, Suzanne. All right, I had to mute that. I don't want any disturbing echoes in here, but I like to have my phone for the chat because the the chat on StreamYard is so slow. Um, but I also
Chat on
have
StreamYard is so
to
slow.
hang on a second.
Um,
There we go. Don't want any disturbing echoes going on. So, how is everybody? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Oh, it's been a long week. The kids went back to school this week, so it was kind of hectic for me. I wasn't used to getting up that early. Um, I get up around 9ish, So getting up at 6 was kind of like, oof. By the end of the week, I'm like, I'm so worn out. Hello, Keith Lewis. Thank you for coming in. Yes, it is a blessing. Suzanne and Dave. Yes, lives can be fun and the echoes are hard to pin down at times. Yeah, I just got to have all of the extra streams that I've got going on muted. All right, just wanted to stop by and say I'll have to skip this one. My mom is in the hospital with stage 5. Oh, and she's declining. Okay, well, we will keep you and your family in prayer. I hope that, I pray that the Lord will give you strength and grace to endure. I know that this is a hard time for you, and I've been there with my own mother. So I know how hard it can be. And I'm so sorry that you have to go through that. But you are in my prayers, and He's able, the Lord is able to see you through. It is Friday, and it's Feel Good Friday. So, one thing to feel good about is how much time you did get to spend with her. That's a blessing. Um, when I lost my mom, my youngest sister, was in her 20s. So I know it was really hard for her. It is Feel Good Friday. So on Feel Good Friday, we usually like to um, share a feel good story or give some encouragement. Um, and my feel good story is my we went to the Sox game on Tuesday, not this Tuesday, but last Tuesday, and my daughter had a swear in ceremony on the field. It was amazing. So I'm so proud of her. My youngest daughter is in 7th grade now, so she is doing great. She got all the classes that she wanted. So she's happy with her classes. And then my older daughter, she just got promoted to second lieutenant in her ROTC class. So I'm happy for that. Hello, Mona. Thank you for coming in. So, lots to feel good about. Lots to feel good about. I'm feeling good that it is August, and August is all about harvest, harvest, harvest for me, anyway. Um, I do have a confession to make though, with how busy I've been this week. So the kids went back to school this week, and actually they went back to school last week, but like in the middle of the week, so it wasn't a full week. This week was a full week for them, so it's been a week and a half they've gone back to school. But this week I went back to work. I work at the university, so when there's no school, I don't have to work, so I get the whole summer off. And um, this week we went back. They went back to school. The university is back in session, and I'm back to work. And so, with the kids going back to school, I'm going back to work, and it was kind of hot this week. It was a little hot. Last week it was cool. We had cool mornings. It kind of stayed pretty cool throughout the day, and then this week it went back up, and it was hot. Thank you, Dave. Thanks so much. You're so kind. So, needless to say, all of my seeds that I started in like the big flat, they all died. They all died on me. I was so busy this week, and it was hot, and yeah, I neglected the tray. It was one flat of seeds, and they're gone. They're dead. They're toast. So, hey, Danny. Oh, are you still suffering with that migraine? I'm so sorry. Oh, I know how that can be. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thank you so much. It means a lot. Yeah, so I had started that flat of seeds, and I was excited for it because it germinated so quickly. And I just knew that all of those things were going to be great, and they did. They started out great, and then this week I just totally neglected them, and yeah, so they're toast. But I still have some that I started in like some bigger, like 3-inch pots. So those ones are doing fine. Like, yeah, those ones are fine. But the flat that I had, forget about it. And then Zeke stepped on it by mistake. So, I mean, I'm sure he didn't mean it. He doesn't usually step on my things. So I had it sitting on the ground, which was my fault. I had it sitting on the ground because it was wet. I had been trying to make sure that I was keeping it watered. And Bam it, thank you for coming in. Thank you, Danny. So I was doing really well keeping the tray watered. I was keeping it moist. I was keeping it watered. The seedlings were looking great. They were germinating. They were popping up. And then then it rained. Okay. So then they were too wet because then they started getting that green like algae on the top of it. And I was like, oh no, I don't want that. So I set them over like in the sun so they could be a little bit more in the sun and, kind of dry out a little bit more. And Zeke was running and he stepped on the tray. So that was one thing that happened to it. So then I moved it back up on the shelf and yeah, forgot about it and they died. It's all right though. I have some other seedlings growing. I think I've got the 1,000 head kale and some collards. I believe something was eating my turnips. They were sprouting and now they're just stems. So something was eating those up. I'm not sure if it was that white moth because I did notice that the pak choi was had some of those little green caterpillars on it. So I've been on that every day too. So it could have been the white moth that got on the hello, Miss Karma. Thank you for joining me. It could have been the little white moth, and it might have got on my turnip seedlings too, as well. But I didn't notice it. By the time I noticed it, it was all stems. Hello, David. Thanks for joining me. So, yeah, I've got some fall seeds still, but the flat that I had started had, I wonder if I had to, I know I took a picture of flat because I labeled it and then I took a picture of it. But, let's see. So it had my parsley and my radishes, um, my chard, some chard. I think I still had some chard in another container. The Sylvia, like the red, all of my lettuces, spinaches, all the spinach. Yeah, so all of that stuff is gone. It died. So, yeah. And I don't know if I have enough time to start it again because, like, we don't have a really long growing season here. So, um, by the time it gets going, it might be a little too late. But I will take the chance. I will take the chance, and I will probably start some seeds, but I'll probably just direct sow them because I'm starting to clear out some stuff in the garden. So I'll probably just make room for some direct sowing. Don't hurt the harvest. Thank you for joining me. Yes, David, did you see that? Today's National Dog Day. So I had posted some pictures of Zeke. Zeke is my mastiff. He's 2 years old, but he is like my sidekick. He's always like right by my side. Right. Fall isn't far off now, and every morning it's cooler out, and when I go outside, you can see the dew, the morning dew on all of the plants and all the leaves and in the grass. And it's been a long time since I've seen that. So I do know that it's fastly approaching. So, but I mean, that's not a big deal when it comes to fall vegetables. I just want them to get, established, have time to get established. Which lettuces and spinach and like mustard, the tender mustard greens, they don't take a long time. So um, it's like cabbages and things like that. That's the kind of stuff that'll take a long time. So, and I still have kale from last year. I still have kale that I planted in the spring. But my ruby red chard and my what was it? I was looking arugula. I was going to grow arugula for the first time this year, and that was in that flat. So I have to start that again. Yeah. Last year I didn't do a fall garden at all. I was so burned out from the summer. I didn't even bother with the fall garden. I was so done. Sometimes it's just like that. You just are done. You just like done. Can't even look at another plant or look at another or think about another chore. Spread ashes around today in my garden. Okay, so you did some wood ash. Nice. I have a homemade fish fertilizer, and I just did that the week before last week. So about 2 weeks ago, I did a fish fertilizer for everything. It's probably about time to do it again, but I did want to start taking out some of the spent plants and whatnot, and things that I'm just. One thing I'm not going to do again is those little grape tomatoes. I didn't really like those very much. They weren't very sweet. They weren't as sweet as the sweet 100s. I love the sweet 100s. So they were not as sweet as those. I expected them to be very sweet. They're so red and they are just not really sweet. And the skin on the grape tomatoes was a little bit tougher than I expected. So I probably won't do the grape tomatoes again. And they're so tiny. I mean, you get a lot of them. They do, it produces a lot of them. But I think with the sweet 100s, I don't need the grape tomatoes. So I'm not going to do grape tomatoes again next year. Hello, Idaho Garden Girl. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, so I'm not going to do the grape tomatoes again next year. I think actually next year I'm going to switch gears and I'm going to do a lot more peppers. Runneth over garden and life. Thank you for coming in. Thanks for joining me. I love your picture. It just makes me smile every time. You guys look so happy in that picture. Yeah, so next year I think I'm just gonna switch gears totally. I don't think I'm gonna plant any squash. I This is my third year and I've got no squash. I think, well, I take that back. This year I actually got two patty pan squash and two yellow squash. And that was it. I didn't get any zucchini out of, I had what? I had 8 zucchini plants. 8. I got 0 zucchini. I got the Hubbard squash was decimated like crazy. It was just like decimated. Those vine borers are just terrible. So yeah, I'm not I'm not doing any squash next year. I'm gonna take a year off doing squash and I'm not gonna do that. I'll do peppers instead. I'm just gonna do mostly peppers next year and I will definitely do the Jetstar tomatoes and the Rutgers tomatoes, and then maybe I'll add an extra tomato. But I'll definitely do the sweet 100. Hello, James. Thanks for coming in. David says my peppers are doing super this year. See, and my peppers did good. So I'm sad that I didn't do more. I did, let me see, 1, 2, I think I might have 8 pepper plants out there, not counting the jalapenos, because I have a whole bed of those. I have 8 of those by themselves. But just like bell peppers, I think I have like um, 8 plants, and they're doing really good. And I don't know why I don't do more. Shishito peppers, amazing. They did good, except for when I ate that red one, that was hot. So I did figure out that the green ones are not hot, but the red ones are hot. I never, I don't know why I never had that experience before. I was outside and I just, it took me a long time to harvest. So I let one turn red and I thought it was going to be sweet. I didn't know. My purple watermelon was not purple. I was so disappointed. Wow. David, you have over 100 pepper plants. My goodness. I only done one cherry tomato plant this year. Lord willing, next year I'm going to try planting raised beds and trash cans. Oh, that'll be cool. That'll be really cool. Especially for like sweet potatoes or like root vegetables. Um, because it's so deep. That'll be cool. Yes, be careful of the online companies. They are not always truthful. Yep, you got that right. It was red. Oh, what a disappointment. And I love purple. Purple's my favorite color. I did purple beans this year, and they are doing really well. They're still producing. I did harvest some green beans the other day. I harvested peppers, tomatoes, okra, um, green beans. Um, what else? Ground cherries. I think that was it. I think that was it. I think Zeke is stuck in the sunroom. He's barking. Hmm. Let's see. Don't feel too bad. If it not been for my pumpkin zucchini plant, I would only have two zucchini this season. Yeah, see? And it's like every year it just gets worse and worse. So I'm just going to take a year off. I'm not going to do any squash. I'm going to make sure that I treat the soil over the fall. What I might end up doing, and it's probably drastic, but I feel like I need to do it. I will probably drench the soil um, with neem oil, and then I'll just pile it up with like some organic matter. And, because once you put that neem oil in there, it's going to kill off, everything that's living. So um, I'll just have to replace it with, some manure and whatnot. But I definitely have to treat those beds because I just feel like it's in the soil. It's got to be in the soil. And then I can maybe do a better job next year of um, keeping an eye on it. I will definitely not do any, um, I will not do any squash plants unless I can cover them because otherwise you just don't see it. One little vine borer egg and that's it. You're done. That plant is done. Lynette Lawrence, thank you for coming in. What do you all suggest to help me grow more and nice sized tomatoes in Charlotte, North Carolina? David says, I use trifecta and bone meal and worm castings and banana peels in my tomato containers. Yes. So when you are fertilizing your tomatoes, in the beginning, you need to give them a lot of nitrogen. So the nitrogen is going to make the plant itself have like a good growth and lots of leaves. It'll give it that nice boost and that nice head start. And then once it starts to flower, then you want to start to switch over to more of a potassium and phosphorus, rich fertilizer. So fertilizers are N, P, and K. So the N is for nitrogen, the P is for potassium, and the K is for phosphorus. So when you are fertilizing, you want to start out with a high nitrogen, so a high N number. So, or even just like a 10, 10, 10 is fine. But definitely make sure that you are consistently watering them. If they are inconsistently watered, then they can develop blossom end rot, and then you'll have a hard time getting those plants to recover and produce again. They will, but it'll take time, of course. But and it also depends on the variety. I like to use, like David said, I like to use banana peels and also worm castings in the containers. Definitely that. Um, but yeah, knowing what to feed them and when to feed them is definitely vital. Hello, Gail. Thanks for coming in. I use Tiger Bloom when in bloom and liquid calcium if they start getting end rot. Yeah, the Tiger Bloom is good. That is when your plants, that your fruiting plants start to get the little flowers on them. then it's then it would be time to switch over. You could also do a bone meal fertilizer. So you can start out with blood meal in the beginning, and then once your plants start fruiting and flowering, you switch over to a higher um, quantity of bone meal. So the blood meal is high in nitrogen, and then the bone meal would be higher in the phosphorus and potassium. It is pricey, yeah. I've never bought it. I've never used it. So, but I mean, I know it works. I know a lot of people that use it. So I made a batch of sauce today for my Hungarian hearts and a few opalkas. Oh, nice sauce today. Oof. So do you like your sauce really hot? Because aren't Hungarians really hot? You're welcome, Lynette. First year I used Tiger Bloom and my harvest is much better than last year. Okay, nice. Well, that makes sense. Um, I have used many things, many different things. So when I had the rabbits, I would use the rabbit manure. I still have some rabbit manure left over, and I also have some rabbit manure tea left over. I did like a few buckets full, and I didn't go through it all. So um, I've got the rabbit manure tea, and then I also got the fish fertilizer that I made, the 511 that I made. It's a DIY. Um, and what else? Of course, worm castings and something else I used to this year that I don't normally use. Oh, I had got a fertilizer on sale at Walmart. It was like $3, but it was higher in potassium and phosphorus. So that's why I bought it. It had a lower nitrogen number and a higher potassium and phosphorus number. So I was like, oh, now would be a good time to use that. So $3, I'll try it out. I used it like once or twice and I didn't really notice much, but I'm not really big on chemical and, buying fertilizers and stuff, but I just use what I have really. Oh, the Hungarian heart is a tomato. Okay. So you did tomato sauce. I thought you meant you did a batch of hot sauce from the Hungarian peppers. Hungarian heart. Okay. Oh yeah. Hungarian heart. Mmm, yummy. I did some tomatoes. I did some diced tomatoes and then I did some just some whole tomatoes. I peeled them and then just put them in the jar and I just processed them whole because at that point I was harvesting a lot of tomatoes and I wasn't using them up. So I wasn't I didn't have a lot of time on my hands to make sauce and do all that. So I didn't bother doing anything. I just peeled them and put them in the jars and processed them. And then, of course, the diced tomatoes, you don't have to really do anything but dice them. So I did that too. So I did put my peels of the tomatoes in the freezer because I am going to dehydrate the peels and make a powder, tomato powder from the peels of the tomatoes. I am going to do that. Ooh, making powder from the peppers. Yep. I've seen a few people doing that. Canadian Proud, Get Outdoors, Josh. He just did a bunch of dehydrating. I think he made like a a spice rub or something like that. And he dehydrated some peppers and some spices and a few other things, and he just threw it all in there. And yeah, it came out a lot. It was a nice amount, and it looked really good. And then he put it on some chicken. So I was like, wow, I bet that smells amazing. And I bet the flavor in it was like yum because it was fresh, you know. I have a Ninja that has a dehydrating option on it, or what is it called? A dehydrating function, not option, function. Sorry, I am tired tonight, you guys. And a dehydrating function. And I haven't used it yet, but I plan to use it. And I think what I'm going to do is do some dehydrated sweet 100s because they're so sweet already. And then if I dehydrate them, they're just going to be like candy. They're going to be so sweet. And I can use those and I think that like in soups and stuff like that when it starts to get nice and cool outside. And then, oh, chili powder has gotten expensive. Okay. I have a huge thing of chili powder, so I don't feel like I'm going to run out anytime soon. So, but it's good to know. When I buy spices and then I buy them in like these big containers, like they're like $8 containers, but they last me so long. So, um, I definitely don't need chili powder anytime soon. And then um, Gail said, I think Gail's going to be doing a soup collab soon after the Fall Fest 2022. Wait, that's not it. It's Fall Fest Giveaway 22. So after that, Gail's going to do a soup collab. So I'll probably do something with that. I think actually there's a couple people that did a soup collab last year. And maybe it was like Mennonite Farms. They did one and they called it Souptember. So the month of September, it's a soup collab. Gail's gonna do one for her cozy soups or something like that. And then I know that somebody else was doing a collab with soups. I don't remember who it was, but yeah. So there's going to be some collabs coming up with soup making. Um, so let's see. I had a game for us to play today. And this week it's going to be Cozy Fall Fest 22. Okay, there you go. Cozy Fall Fest 22. There you go. I like beef vegetable with barley. Okay. Beef vegetable is good. I Yeah, I was thinking it was Lori's World, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if it was her collab or if she was participating in someone else's collab. But I do remember her doing soups last year, so soups are good. Yes, I did a keto style stuffed pepper soup, and instead of using rice, I used the rice cauliflower, and it came out really good. So I love stuffed pepper soup. I think I mentioned that earlier in Gail's live. She was doing a live this morning on her Coupon Gale channel. All right, so let's see. We got this week we're going to do a movie quotes game. It's some famous movie quotes. So and I definitely have some seeds to give away if you guys want to win some more seeds. I have some more seeds here. I've got some more of the mustard tender green that I can give away. Oh, I guess, I don't know if you guys can see that. I usually have to put it up against my shirt so you guys can see it. And then the bunching onions. Let me see something. I feel like it's going so slow, like it's got such a lag or like a delay. All right, so the bunching onions, baby's leaf spinach, more of the lacinato kale, another of the sweet salad mesclun mix. So I've got a few things here. And then I thought I had another, yeah, I think I had another variety of kale. Well, I definitely have more spinach as well. So I've got the Bloomsdale spinach, and more of the lacinato kale, of course. Oh, and the uh, dwarf blue curled Bates kale. I've got some of that too. Yep. I did buy a lot of that lacinato kale. I had been forgetting to plant it, and I keep buying the seed and not planting the seed. And then every time I see the seed, I'm like, oh, I didn't plant that. I forgot to get that. And I keep getting it. I keep buying it, but I've already bought it, and I just didn't plant it. So instead of thinking that I bought it and didn't plant it, I was thinking that I didn't buy it or that I didn't get the seed. So I just kept getting more and more seeds. So now I have a ton of that seed. Okay. Oh, you got your seeds. Good. Okay. Lemon balm and cilantro. I was actually going to send you some cilantro that I had pulled out of the garden, but I didn't get a chance to harvest the seed. I had just like cut the whole plant, and then I stuck the plant in a box and I just set it aside so that I was going to go back to it and harvest the seed later. And I still have not. It's sitting in my sunroom. So when I was putting together all of the seeds and the mailings and making out the envelopes and stuff, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to throw these cilantro seeds in there because I want to get this out in the mail. So, but I'm definitely going to send you some more cilantro seed out of the garden because I have a ton. Successfully growing sweet corn in cardboard boxes. You know, I think I seen who was that? Um oh, I can't remember what her channel name was. She doesn't really make videos anymore, but she was in Shed Wars and she lived in North Carolina. Oh, I can't remember what her channel was. Anyway, it'll come back to me. So yeah, she was doing that in the cardboard boxes. Oh, that's gonna kill me. I can't remember her channel name. Her name was Myra. Yeah, her name was Myra, and she had now I have to look it up because I can't remember what the name of her channel was. Oh, that's killing me because I was really good friends with her for a little while. We did a seed swap and everything. Um, Let me see. Let me see. I gotta find it now because it's gonna kill me if I don't find it. I'm tired, so I can't. It's like right on the tip of my tongue, and I can't think of it. She was in Shed Wars. Her name is Myra, but that's not the name of her channel. Oh no, that wasn't it. It was. Okay. I was looking at Shed Wars 22, but it wasn't 22, it was 21. Just give me a second. I gotta figure out what the name of her channel was. Oh my gosh, this is really killing me. She was on Homestead Aquarius's team. I know that because she was not on my team. Give me a second. I'm trying to find the name of her channel just because it's killing me that I don't know it. Well, that I know it and I can't think of it. Did you ever have that moment where you just know something, but you can't think of it and you just have to know it? So I'm looking. I know her name is Myra and she lives in North Carolina. I cannot think of the name of her channel. She doesn't even make videos anymore. But she did grow in flavors and textures. That was it. Her name, her channel was Flavors and Textures. Yes. I had to think of it. Oh my gosh, I had to get it. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, Mel and Gail. You guys, if I was paying attention to the chat, I would have saw that. Flavors and Textures. Yes. Yes. You guys had it. I could not think of it. And we communicated all the time. We text, we emailed, we swapped seeds, and I could not think of the name of her channel. Isn't that crazy? Ah, okay. Let me go up because I think I missed a few people coming in. Yeah, so David was talking about he successfully grew sweet corn in cardboard boxes. So that's what made me think of Myra at Flavors and Textures because she did a couple of things like that. So, hello, Mel. Thanks for coming in. Huga Homestead, thank you for joining us. Oh, look at that bunny. That's cute. I know you just had a bunch of bunnies, right? What the flock? Hello, hello. Oh, Margie, you got your seeds. Good. I'm glad. Thanks for coming in, guys. Thank you. Who did I miss? All right, all right, all right. Let's see. Uh-oh. Wish me luck with growing my sweet potatoes in cardboard boxes. Only 2 boxes and 1 brown garden bag with cut up tree leaves. Okay. Yeah. If it's deep enough and if they have enough space, they should do fine. They definitely. Hey, Nisi. Thanks for coming in. Oh, you are so talented, DC. All right, we've got 16 people in here. We're going to do some movie quotes tonight, probably give away some seeds, have a little bit of fun. Last week, not last week, the week before last week, we did what was it? Finish It, right? Where you had to like fill in the blank. That was fun. Um, So this week we will do movie quotes. Okay, so these are like famous movie quotes. And some of them are old movies, some of them are new, I don't know, new movies, I guess you could say. Not many new movies at all, actually. When I say new, I'm thinking like late 80s, maybe early 90s, but you know, nothing really new. Most of these are kind of old, so, but they're popular, like the most popular quotes. So let's get started. All right. I'm going to put the banner up for the quote. It'll look like that, where it's how the famous movie quotes is there. It'll look like that. Um, Let me put my email up there as well. That way, if you guys win, you can have my email there. So you can email me for your seeds. Um, and if you don't want these seeds that I have, because this is just a pile of seeds that I had in front of me, I have plenty of other seeds. If there's a particular seed that you're looking for, maybe I have it, maybe I don't, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a fall seed. I could do, summer seeds. I could do whatever, seed you think you're looking for, think you're missing. Um, I'm looking for cucamelon seeds. And I won some seeds from Brampton Gardner on her 1K giveaway. And she sent them out, and I forgot to bring them in here, but I was going to open it with you guys. And then she said she thinks she mixed up the seeds. So I didn't get cucamelon seed. Instead, I think I got jelly melon seeds. So, hey, I didn't have those seeds either, but I'm still looking for cucamelon seeds. So, if anyone has cucamelon seeds that they are willing to share, I am looking for some cucamelon seeds. All right, so let's get started. Let's get started. Okay, so famous movie quotes. Are you guys ready? If you guys are ready, then put a 1 in chat so that I know everyone is ready. I like to see the chat on my phone. This chat on StreamYard is so slow. All right, oops, gotta mute it. And make sure you guys are on live chat, okay? Make sure you guys are on live chat. All right, so let's put the first banner up. All right, there you go. Houston, we have a problem. What movie is that from? Houston, we have a problem. Okay, it looks like Runneth Over Garden in Life was first. I know Mel and Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It and Runneth Over both answered like at 7:49, but Runneth Over looks like she came in first. Does anyone else see something different? I think I see runneth over garden and life. All right. So let me just close my eyes and I'm just going to randomly pick. Um, I'm just going to randomly pick one of these seed packets. Da 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 da. And I got the mustard tender greens. So mustard tender greens for runneth over garden and life. Congratulations. It was Apollo 13. So email me. Let me take that banner down so you can see the email address. Hello, Big Tiny's Outdoors. Thanks for coming in. So yes, congratulations, and make sure that you email me. You probably have my email address, but I'm going to show it anyway. And let me know your mailing address, and then I can send those out. And if you don't want the mustard tender greens, maybe you have a seed that you're looking for. Let me know if it's something that I can send you instead of the mustard greens. I was the mustard tender greens is a mild mustard spinach type with glossy green leaves, and it's heat and drought tolerant. So these are really good. I love to grow these. But if you're not a fan of leafy greens or you have enough leafy greens, then just let me know if there's maybe another seed that you are in search of, and maybe I can help you out. All right. So, yes, yes. Perfect for that Texas weather because of the drought. So let's go to the next one. All right. So the next one is There. You Can't Handle the Truth. What movie is that from? You Can't Handle the Truth. No, you can win multiple times. You can keep going. Yes, you can keep going. So it's you, the quote is, you can't handle the truth. All right, Mel. Yep, I think I see Mel in the lead here with A Few Good Men. It looks like you tried to use like the voice text, or maybe the autocorrect got you. If you good man. Yeah. And then Mel came in right behind you with A Few Good Men. All right. Hey, Stacy. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for joining us. Darn fat fingers. All right, Mel. So let's see. Let me shuffle these up and let me pick one out of this pile. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All right. All right. All right. Let's see. What is this? Oh, lacinato kale. Do you need that, Mel? Lacinato kale. Let me know if you want the kale or if there's something else on your list that you're looking for. If there's a seed that you're in search of that I might be able to help you with, then let me know and I can send that instead. Otherwise, you got the lacinato kale. So don't forget to let me know in the email what you got. That's my email there. Make sure you send me an email and say, hey, I won the Lacinato KO, you know, whatever. I'm pretty sure I have your address, but just remind me that you won the KO, that's all. Because after the live, what I do is I go through all the emails and then I make out my envelopes. So I'll go email by email by email, and then I'll fill out all the envelopes, and then I'll put in all of the seed packs. So that's usually how I do it. Red cabbage. You still need some more red cabbage because I just got some red cabbage from the Ukrainian seed company. So if you would like, I can send you some of those seeds, and I'll send you that kale as well. So I'll put in a few of those red cabbage too. So let me make a note of that, Mel. Red cabbage. But put it in the email anyway and remind me because my memory is really bad. Hey, Micro Farmer, nice to see you. How is everything with you? Nice of you to join me. All right, so let's go on to the next one. We're doing movie quotes, guys, okay? Famous movie quotes. So the next one is really, it's a really popular one. Nobody puts baby in the corner. What movie is it from? Look at Mel. She's quick. Nobody puts baby in the corner. All right. Big Tiny said, you ladies type fast. You know, there's a actual competition, like a texting competition. It's crazy. Hello, Eagles Trucker. Thank you for joining us. She's got pistols for fingers. I'm good at trivia. What she's oh, I'm good at trivia, movies, and music. All right, Mel. So I picked out this baby's leaf hybrid spinach. Baby's leaf hybrid spinach. All right. All right. Let's go on to the next one. All right. The next one is You're Killing Me, Smalls. You're Killing Me, Smalls. What movie is that from? Hello, Virginia Fruit Grower. So nice to see you. Thank you for joining me. You guys are great. You guys could be doing anything on your Friday night, and you're sitting here with me. All right. Yes. Okay. Runneth Over Garden and Life. She got it. It is Sandlot. That was one of my favorite movies. I love that movie. The Sandlot. Okay. Let's see. We're mixing them up. We're mixing them up. We're mixing them up. We're mixing them up. And oh, I looked at them. I don't want to look at them. Mixing them up, mixing them up, mixing them up. All right, let's see what we got. We got the bunching onions. So, whoop. There you go. White Lisbon bunching onion. It sounds like Donkey Kong. Mel and yeah, I should tell you a game we played with movie titles. Okay, so that one was bunching onions. All right. I'll make sure that I put my email up at the end so that you guys can make sure to email me after it's all over so that you know what you got, or you can put it all in one email or what have you. All right, let's go on to the next one. The next one is, there you go. What we've got here is a failure to communicate. What we've got here is failure to communicate. Do you know what movie that's from? That's an old one. That's an older one. Ah, somebody got it. Somebody got it. Big Tiny's Outdoors. Cool Hand Luke. You got it. All right, let's see what we've got for Big Tiny's Outdoors. Oh, wait, I had another pile of seeds I was going to include in this. What did I just do with it? All right, some more kale in the bunch. Mel said no clue. No clue. All right, so Big Tiny, you've got some lacinato kale. Lacinato kale, otherwise known as dinosaur kale. All right. I'll have my email address up so that you can, let's see here. Let me have this one go across the bottom like that. There we go. I don't know if you can see the bottom there, but I'll leave my email go across the bottom. All right, Big Tiny. It's getting ready to snow there in another month or so. Read what comments? Oh, give yours to Garden. Okay. Thanks. Give mine to Garden Life. Okay. Run it over Garden Life. I will send his to you. You didn't get the kale the first time, right? That was Mel, right? Yeah. Mel got the first kale. All right. So then I just wanted to make sure you didn't have an extra kale. I was going to change it out for you. All right. It's getting ready to snow there in another month. Well, it's only going to be September for us, so we're not looking for snow in September. Where are you at, Big Tiny? Where are you located that it's getting ready to snow? You must be farther, way far up north. Are you in Canada? Alaska? Colorado? Those are like the top 3 places I can think of where it would be snowing so early. All right, let's go to the next one. Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. If you build it, he will come. If you build it, he will come. Pennsylvania? You forgot about September? Okay. I was like, huh? Ah, okay. All right. All right. I think. Hello, Grace and Fire. Thank you for joining me. I want to say it was David Gray. It's between David Gray and Hands in the Dirt. What do you guys see? Do you guys see David Gray or do you guys see Hands in the Dirt? Who said it first? It was Field of Dreams, obviously was the answer, yes. But was it Hands in the Dirt or was it David Gray? I see David Gray on my end. But let me know if you guys see David. David? Okay. All right. So David, let me see here. Let me mix these up. I feel like I need to get some more seeds in my hand. I just got these. I got a lot of these. We'll get some spinach in there. I've got a lot of kale in my hand and bunching onions. We'll get some spinach in there. I also have, oh, give me a second. I'm going to grab some seed real quick because you know I got seed just laying everywhere. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Had to grab some more seed. I felt like my variety was not where it should be. All right, David, let's get some, let's get these mixed up in here. Would you like to do an herb or would you like to do a green? Insert midget into the movie title. How about some Swiss chard? You like Swiss chard, David? We can do some Ford Hook giant Swiss chard. All right. We'll do the giant Swiss chard, okay? Congratulations. Chard. That was kale. All right. Trying to keep track of the ones I got given out already. One flew over the midget nest. Ah, that's funny. You know what's funny? My grandmother, she had a thing for midgets. Like anytime she saw a midget, like if we were in public, she would laugh her head off. And it was so embarrassing. It was like, Grandma, stop laughing. She's like, I can't. She just would, her whole face would be red and she would be trying not to laugh, but she could not help it. She could not help it. If she saw a midget, and don't let her be caught off guard, because then it's out loud. It was so embarrassing half the time. Oh my gosh. It, it was so funny, but it was embarrassing. Field of Midgets. Ah! Field of Midgets. Embarrassing but funny. Yeah. She just, I don't know what it was. When she saw anybody who, small people, you know what I mean? She could not help herself. Bless her heart. She just would bust out laughing. His mission in life, one midget or little person. Oh my gosh. That's funny. Yeah, but it was embarrassing though. All right, next one. Next one. This one's really easy, so everybody should get it. I'll be back. It's funny. We had a midget in prison before. Terminator. Good job, Grace and Fire. She was on it. She was on it. That was an easy one too. I'll be back. Uh, I'll be back, midget. Or midget, I'll be back. Okay, Grace and Fire. Do you want an herb? I've got cilantro and lemon balm, or you can do spinach or kale. What would you like? Spinach, kale, cilantro, or lemon balm? And congratulations, herb. Okay. So cilantro or lemon balm? This chat on StreamYard is so slow. I should be looking at my phone, right? Because that's what I had it out for. Okay, lemon balm. All right. Just I'm gonna put my email up so that you guys will know to send me an email. Oh, it's going across the bottom. I hope you guys can see it. Let me know. Email. Oops. What you got and also um, a mailing address. You're welcome. Thanks for joining us. Okay, let's do the next one. The next one is, oh, this one's really easy, you guys. So get ready. All right, this one's super easy. You put the balm on me, baby. Ah, you're funny. Yes, yes. Let me see who got that one first. Big Tiny Outdoors. Wizard of Oz. Nope, it was not E.T. E.T. was Phone Home. Wizard of Oz is There's No Place Like Home. Yep. There's no place like home. All right, Big Tiny. Let's see. Would you like some? Are you giving away your seed again to somebody in the chat, or are you going to take your seed this time? Ah, as she clicks her ruby slippers, right? There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Okay, Big Tiny, what do you want to do? Do you want to take your seed or do you want to give it away again? He said Felix the cat. Eagle Strucker said Felix the cat. Ah, that's funny. I remember Felix the cat. And her little dog Toto. Yeah. Give it to another. I will be ungrateful in the spring. Okay, so pick somebody in the chat to give it to. Let's say, okay, I'm going to choose this white knight eggplant. So if you want white knight eggplant, say me in the chat, and then Big Tiny, you pick somebody who says me. White knight eggplant. Okay, you got a few people saying me. So Big Tiny, you pick a me to receive the white knight eggplant. Bake winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, bake a leg and let's dig it. Melody, you got the eggplant. Melody loves eggplant, little do you know. She loves eggplant. So you got yourself some white knight eggplant, sister. Let's write that down. All right. Now this one, I don't know if this one is easy or not. Because I mean, I've seen this movie a few times, more than a few times, but I don't remember this quote, but maybe you guys will remember. Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads. What movie is that? Roads, where we're going, we don't need roads. Ah, she got it. She got it. Runneth over garden and life. Back to the Future. It was Back to the Future. Yep, it sure was. At the end of the movie, you're right. I remember it now. The first one, right? At the end of the first one, he said that. Yes. Okay, now I remember. Okay, so congratulations. Do you want some Bloomsdale spinach, some sweet salad mix, or cilantro? What would you like? Yeah, I thought now that you said at the end of the movie, I remember it was at the end of the first one. Spinach, cilantro, or a mescaline sweet salad mix. I'm trying to look at my phone because the chat's faster on my phone. Sweet salad mix it is. All right, sweet salad mix. Sweet Caroline. I don't know why I just thought of that one. All right, sweet mescaline. Okay, last one, and this is a oldie but a goodie. Hello, Rochelle. Nice to see you, girl. Thanks for coming in. Yes, the sweet salad mix is a good one. And it's so pretty to grow. It really is. I cannot wait to see the newest Midget movies. We had a whole chat about midgets. It was funny. All right, so this is the last one. We're doing movie quotes, Rochelle. This is the last one. And it's an oldie but a goodie. And there it is. The 355 Midget. I did see that movie. That was a good movie. The 355. That was good. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. That's a close one. That's a good guess. That's a good guess, but that's not it. That's not it. It's a good guess though. Oh, yep, I see it. Gone with the Wind. Good job, Gail. It was Gone with the Wind. It's an oldie but a goodie. Yep. It was Clark Gable. Clark Gable in Gone with the Wind. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. All right, Gail, what would you like? I've got some. Unless you want, you can get something else. You don't have to get these fall seeds. I know you're not doing a fall garden, so if you want, I can send you some other seed. What seed are you looking for, Gail, that you think you might need? Let me know. Unless you want some more herbs or I've got some dill, I've got some basil, some kale. All right, we'll do the lacinato kale, the dinosaur kale. That one is great. It's the best one to make like kale chips with, and it's good with smoothies too. So we'll do this lacinato kale for you. Oh yeah, you're gonna do kale in your on your porch, right? Good, good, good. All right, Gail, we got kale for Gail. Kale for Gail. That was kind of fun. So, does anyone have any Feel Good Friday stories to share? I usually do a Feel Good Friday. Um, we'd like to share, we like to end the week on a positive note. And, whoops, sorry, I got distracted for a second. I was trying to clear my banners. Um, so, yeah, we usually try to end the week on a positive note. Like to think about what I thought I cleared that banner. There. Now it's clear. So let me put my email up so you guys can send me those emails. Let me know what you want. Let me know where I can send it. Yada yada yada. Oh, one of them needs to not be a ticker. That's what it is. All right. There we go. All right. So, yeah. Can you guys see that email? Hello, Audrey. Thanks for coming in. Charlotte Webb is my favorite movie. Aw, that's a good one. My favorite movie is The Color Purple. The Color Purple, that's my favorite movie. I have a pumpkin on my vine finally. That's, oops, that's my good news this week. Yes, good. Congratulations on your pumpkin. Finally. Oh, you started sourdough? Nice. Randomly at 3 in the morning. I hope you did it right at 3 in the morning. Clean the house today. That is an accomplishment, David. I envy you. That is an accomplishment. Yes. Wow, Eagles Trekker. That's amazing. That is definitely a way. Yes, that is definitely something to feel good about. Sorry, that's loud. I'm sitting right by the window. I think I'm done with my mini landscape now. I just need to plant in around it. All right. Yeah, that's my favorite movie. You're going to decorate it for fall? That's going to look cool. Deep water midget. Oh, good job, Gail. Woo, yes. That's an accomplishment. Nice. I know for a while it was kind of falling off and it was not, not doing so well, but I'm glad it's back up on the up and up. Good, good, good. On the phone with Pam. You mean cooking with Pam at 3 in the morning? Or which Pam are you talking about? Not container crops Pam, right? It is for me. I would rather be in the garden. Yes, it's an accomplishment. I hear you. Yes. The Italian job. Okay, that's a good one. That is a good one. Played my friend's playlist to help her with watch hours. Nice. That's definitely something encouraging. Accomplishment. I woke. I made others smile. I did 2 videos today. Wow. A mail call and a shout out. Wow, that's an accomplishment. 2 videos. Rain in Texas. Yes. Nice. Was it a good rain or was it just, enough, just a sprinkling? My favorite movie is Misery. My mom read that book I don't know how many times. She would read books and then she would go back and read them again. And I'd be like, didn't you read that book already? She's like, so it's a good book. Okay. And I am blessed. Okay, Eagles Trekker, thank you for coming in. Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend. And I am blessed. It makes it worth subscribing to over 350 channels, I think, last count. Oh, it was a good rain. Yes. Oh, that's a good one, David, with Kevin Costner, Dancing with Wolves. That's definitely a good one. Thank you, Stacy, for coming in. Have a great weekend. I much prefer gardening than cleaning. Same here. Same here. Little House on the Prairie books. I wish I got mail. Oh, you said male, not male. I mean midgets with wolves. Oh, midgets with wolves. You wouldn't be able to see them, right? They'd just be blend. They would, you know, or dances with midgets. Right. Dancing with midgets. Dances with midgets. Ah, that's funny. Oh, I'm laughing so hard my face is hurting. He came in and said to replace words in the movie titles with midgets. Funny, funny. And it just made me think of my grandmother. She just could not keep it together when she saw a midget. So, mm-mm-mm. A few good midgets. Yes, a few good midgets. Or back to the midgets. Gone with the midgets. Thank you, Nisi. Thanks for coming in and staying so long. Thanks. You guys have a great weekend over there in Montana, in beautiful Montana. Hey, Taz. Thanks for coming in. That's funny. Yep, Field of Midgets. The Wizard of Midgets. The good, the bad, and the midget. Midgets. Wow. The midget job. Oh, you guys are got me cracking up. Oh my gosh. Oh, the quote for Casablanca would be, "Here's looking at you, kid." That's right, Taz. Here's looking at you, kid. Reservoir midgets. Ah, is there like a National Midget Day or something? Let me see. I gotta look that up. Today's National Dog Day, if you guys didn't know. I had shared a picture of Zeke on my community page. Let me see something. Oh my gosh, it's coming up. Oh no, wait a minute. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's National Kick a Midget Day. October 20th is National Kick a Midget Day. Oh my goodness. Are you kidding me? But why does it have to be Kick a Midget Day? Oh my goodness. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. The midget wouldn't have to eat the mushroom to fit down the rabbit hole. Right. Why does it have to be kick a midget? That's what I'm saying. Like, seriously? I just looked up National Midget Day. Like, when is National Midget Day? And it says on October 20th, it is National Kick a Midget Day. Everyone, this gives everyone permission to kick anyone who is under 5'2". So if you're under 5'2", I guess you're considered a midget. Are you considered a midget if you're under 5'2"? Wow, that's craziness. No way. Is it? It's under 5 feet? I didn't know that. Like, what is considered a midget? Let me see. 4 foot 10 inches. 4 feet 10 inches. Okay. Anyone less than 4 feet 10 inches is considered a midget. Well, it says dwarfism, but I guess that's the same thing for midget, right? It's the same thing, right? So yeah, anything under 4'10" is considered a midget. Yeah, it's 4'10". Runaway midget. Runaway midget. Ah, that's funny. Wow, anything under 4'10". Okay, the unbelievable weight of a massive midget. I just thought about that show, My 600-Pound Life. Can you imagine a 600-pound midget? Oh my gosh. The incredibly shrinking midget. Incredible shrinking midget. Oh my goodness. 4'10". I'm wondering if my son's girlfriend is 4'10" or not. She's really short, but I don't know if it's 4'10". She said, "I'll just stay on Boyce's shoulders that day." Well, I'm only 5'2", 5'3". Well, I was 5'3", but then these last few years, every time I get measured, I'm 5'2". So I guess I must have shrunk an inch. I don't know. I used to be 5'3". The midget train. I did not even realize that to be considered a midget, you only had to be 4'10". She's 5'3", right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Where the midgets sing. Oh, you're 5'4", Gail? I think my daughter is 5'4". What? I didn't know that. What kind of waiver? What does the waiver say? I don't understand. What is the waiver? What are you waiving? Your right to be tall? You shrink the older you get. Yeah. So all those who are at that breaking point better stay indoors for 20 years. Ah. So the military, you have to have a waiver signed if you're 5 foot or under. What are you waiving though? Your right to be tall or what? I don't get it. Let's see. Military waiver for short people. If they're shorter than 5'4" or taller than 6'5". Okay. Huh. That's interesting. So if you're shorter than 5'4", you have to sign a waiver. They give people the opportunity to apply for a waiver. Okay. So there must obviously there's a height restriction or whatever. Oh, you're limited to certain jobs, right? So you obviously can't be like a pilot or something because you're too short. My eyes have been itching. Gail, I know earlier your eyes were itching you during your live. I know because my eyes have been itching me lately too because the change in the weather. So my eyes are itching. My throat is a little. I have to clear my throat a lot, and I know it's only because it's really cool in the morning or it's really cool at night, and that night that damp air. It's just a change in the weather. Pilots are shorter. Okay, that's interesting. Pilots are shorter. Hmm. So what, if anything, are you not going to do in your garden next year that you did this year? And not necessarily something that went wrong or maybe, just something that you're gonna how did the midget conversation start? So, Big Tiny started the midget conversation. And then I talked about how that reminded me of my grandmother because when we would be out in public, she could not control herself. If she saw a midget, she would crack up laughing. It was hilarious, but it was embarrassing because, like, if she was caught off guard and saw a midget, it was bust out, laugh out loud. And it was so embarrassing. Like, if she saw the midget coming or if she, had a little bit of a warning or something, she could, like, cover and like pretend or whatever, but she still would laugh and she would turn beet red. Next year, when my dad tells me not to prune the tomatoes, I'm going to tell him to stuff it. So obviously, he told you not to prune the tomatoes and you didn't, huh? Go out in the yard with a baseball bat during the hailstorm. Yeah, that was a pretty bad hailstorm you guys had, wasn't it? Those hail balls were like golf balls, right? That was pretty serious. Yeah, so I'm not going to grow any squash next year. At least I don't plan to. This is my third year with no squash, so I don't plan on growing any squash. At least not in the early season. I might try to grow it in later in the season, maybe after the vine borer and squash bug life cycle has ended, like, end of July, whatever. Maybe I can get something to grow then. Otherwise, I probably won't grow any squash next year. And I'm also not going to be growing as many tomatoes. I'm definitely not growing any grape tomatoes. Um, I'm going to dedicate more space to peppers next year and cucumbers because I haven't gotten any cucumbers either. I don't know what it is. My cucumbers and my squash have been doing so bad this last few years. I'm not going to garden without a fence around my garden. The deer ate every single plant I had, from tomatoes to beans to peppers to lettuce, right down to my potato plants. Oh man, that's bad. Midget horror picture show. Grow the meat squash. The bugs can't get to it. Maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll try it. Cause every other squash I've grown, they even tore the Hubbard squash up. So, which I can understand because the blue Hubbard squash was the trap plant. It was the trap crop. But I mean, it didn't even get a chance to grow. Like it was not even a full grown plant and they decimated it. So I didn't get any cucumbers, but I planted for fall. Okay. Dial M for midget. I'm getting potential spam calls over here. Potential spam. Yeah, so and I think um I'm going to do my beds a little bit differently. I'm going to probably reconstruct my garden. So I'm not going to be growing an extensive fall garden, but because I'm going to change some things around next year. Not going to garden in the summer. Wow. Yeah, it was pretty brutal. It was pretty brutal. A lot of places. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get any cucumbers this year or last year. Plant an apple tree for your deer. It was a rough gardening season for sure. It was rough. Here in the Midwest, though, I can't really complain. It was hot. It was hot, but we did get a fair share of rain. I think my rain barrel actually was able to. I was able to get it to fill up twice, so that was good because I like to use my rainwater when I am watering in my garden. But I can't always use rainwater because I don't always have rainwater because I only have one rain barrel. So, um, and then now towards the end of the season, my hose decides to get two holes in it, and it's probably from kinking up that it probably cracked or something like that. But I saw that they have some hoses on sale at Sam's Club, like a 120-foot hose for like $35. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and get that because I still need it. Oh yes, Gail. I have some tires to grow in and I haven't done that yet. So I will probably be trying to take advantage of that as well. Not enough. Yeah, a lot of places did not have enough. Harold and the Purple Midget. Oops. Set up some more shade. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do something like that too. Um, I'm gonna grow some taller plants to create some more shade because my garden has zero shade, zero shade, and I have shade cloths. Invest in shade cloth. It is against our laws up here. Going on the front porch and under the grow lights. Yep, definitely. I also thought about that too with the shade because a lot of things that I plant in the spring, they don't make it to their full harvest potential because I have zero shade. And by the time it gets hot, like it's done. Those plants are done. And I did put shade cloth up. I did try to keep them, shaded out or cool or what have you, but it still was really hot. So yeah, and then I even moved the brassicas. I planted my brassicas in containers this year so that when it did start to get hot, I would be able to move them to the back of the yard where there is like a corner of shade. But then the bugs got them. So they were good when they were out in the sun because the bugs didn't bother them. But then once I put them over there in the shade, then the bugs were eating them up. So I just can't win. Shade cloth saved most of our tomatoes this summer. Nice. I actually found the shade cloth that I have. The Lowe's that was in our area closed. And like if you've ever seen like around the outside gates that they have, the outside, yeah, gates, I guess you would call them, that they have around the building. They'll have those big black, like shade cloths up. So when the Lowe's closed, those shade cloths were kind of tattered and they were like hanging down. And then there was a couple of them that were just like laying on the ground, like right, right outside the gate or whatever. And they're just laying there. So I was teaching my kids how to drive at the time. So the parking lot was empty, the building was empty, and we were able to go like full circle around the whole building. So when we were going around the back way, I seen them and I was like, oh, I could use those. Are those shade cloths? I was like, yes, I will definitely use those. So I scooped them up and put them in the truck, and I have some shade cloths. Putting your cilantro on the shady side this year, next year. Yeah. Then it'll stay. Midget house on the prairie. Midget house on the prairie. Ah! Yeah. And then wood chips. Wood chips helps a lot. I'm actually gonna have to make sure that I get uh that mound of wood chips finished spread out. Finish spreading out the mound of wood chips that I have out there. Because my garden now, the layers of wood chips that I put in there have now been breaking down. So the weeds are growing in the wood chips. So now I've got a bunch of weeds in there. When that's why the whole reason why I put the wood chips down to begin with was to control the weeds. And now my my wood chips are full of weeds. Not the pile, but the wood chips that I laid down in the garden because now they have broken down a lot. So I have to add another layer of wood chips. So I have a lot to do, and it's starting to get cool. So I should be getting out there more. But now I just went back to work. So it's like time works against me. The midget of the Mohicans. Oh my gosh. Ah, let's see. Yep, so the midget bride. Hotel midgets. Yeah, so I'm so glad it's Friday though. It's been such a long week. It's been a long, exhausting week, and I'm so glad it's Friday. Next week, I'm not going to do a Feel Good Friday because we are going to Ohio to Cedar Point. So that should be fun. The kids have never been to Cedar Point. Me and my husband used to go um, when the kids were too little to ride roller coasters. Me and my husband would go. We would have my mom watch the kids while we would go to Cedar Point. But now that they're all big, we usually get passes to Six Flags every year. So we get Six Flags passes and we go to Six Flags quite often during the summer. So this summer, though, we decided we're going to take the kids to Cedar Point and they can go to Cedar Point for the first time. We wanted to do that before school went back, but then we decided, you know what, the Labor Day weekend would probably be the best time to go. So that'll probably be our last hurrah as far as doing things is concerned for the year because everyone's back to school, back to work, back to business. So yeah, I think we had a nice productive summer. Very productive, actually, more productive than we've had in a very long time. Yes, Miss Shirley, Sandusky, Ohio. Yep. Yes. Been there, done that. That's that's the adventure side of you, right? That you were talking about. And I kind of related to you when you were talking about how you used to be so adventurous and you used to go and do things and then now you look back and you're like, wow, like how did I ever do that? Like why did I ever do that? So yeah. Um but yeah, I'm starting to get to the point where it's kind of like I mean, it's fun. It is fun. I'm a thrill seeker. Like I love all the roller coasters, the fast ones, the high ones, the tall ones, the low ones. But now I'm like, I can't ride the wooden ones anymore. It's just too rickety and beats my back up. So I don't do the wooden ones anymore. My oldest daughter is 17. She's the one that's going to the Navy. And then my younger daughter is going to be 13 in December. So, yes, it's an amusement park. It's in Sandusky, Ohio, and you could look it up. It's called Cedar Point. Let's see. I could probably share. let me share a couple of clips with you. There's some roller coasters there. They're super fast. Super, super fast. Let's see. All right. Let's try this. Let me share my screen. All right, let's see if I can get this to work.
Capital. While they no longer have the record for the most roller coasters, they currently have 16 different roller coasters, many of which are award-winning or record-breaking for the respective genre. But Cedar Point also has some notable non-coasters that are not to be missed. So in this video, I will rank the top 25 best rides and attractions at Cedar Fair's flagship park. Before starting the countdown, I want to note that this list will include a few defunct rides I experienced over the years, and I will also be including a few water slides from both Cedar Point shores and Castaway Bay. Starting off this list at number 25 is the Cedar Point and Lake Erie Railroad. This train ride gives a full tour of the back half of Cedar Point. This attraction is often faster than walking and offers some unique views of both Millennium 24 Cedar Creek Mine Ride. This classic Arrow mine train is sort of jerky, and it does a lot of meandering, but it offers a decently long and unpredictable layout. There is one surprise pop of airtime and a few scenic turns that run alongside the water. Number 23, Iron Dragon. This Arrow suspended coaster is much tamer than the others I've ridden. This one just doesn't build up much speed in either half, which results in mild swing at best. I do like the picturesque finale over the misty pond though, even if it is rather slow, and the swinging cars are still a fairly rare feature nowadays. Number 22, Corkscrew. This classic Arrow looping coaster is another jerky one. The valleys have rough landings, the turns are shaky, and the transition into the corkscrew will bang your head. But this coaster does have an exciting start. The first drop gives a good pop of airtime in the back car. Then you navigate this weird speed hill with some great sustained floater airtime. And then the vertical loop delivers good positive Gs. Number 21, Cedar Downs Racing Derby. This classic Prior and Church attraction is one of two remaining in the United States. It's basically a high-speed carousel. The sustained laterals and lack of restraint. Number 20, Thunder Canyon. This Intamin River Rapids ride is up next would have been Mean Street. This massive din wood coaster was violently rough in the back car or on a wheel seat, but my front row rides were decently enjoyable. Number 19, Skyhawk. This supersized S&S Scream and Swing has the usual short cycle plaguing this ride model, but the four or so. Number 18, Power Tower. This massive S&S drop tower may not have much power. Number 17, Snake River Expedition. This is a unique boat ride. Number 16, Rendezvous Run. This indoor water coaster would have been Wicked Twister. Just removed after the 2021 season, this Intamin Impulse coaster was the first of the bunch to have two twisted spikes. The launch at number 15, Rougarou. Originally opening as Mantis, a stand-up coaster, Rougarou has a unique layout for a 14-point plummet. The best attraction at Cedar Point Shores is easily this quartet of drop pod slides. It's always a rush when the trapdoor opens and you fall out, and the initial plunge, while short, is steep and fast. Next would have been Shoot the Rapids. This intimate water ride was plagued with downtime. Number 13, Professor Delbert's Frontier Fling. Now I know Max Air. This Who's Giant Frisbee is open, Windseeker. My favorite flat ride at the park is another one, number 10, Blue Streak. This classic John Allen wood coaster has a basic out and back layout in Gemini. This racing hybrid coaster, number 8, Valraven. The much maligned B&M dive machine does not deserve as much hate as it gets. 7, Raptor. This B&M invert, number 6, Gatekeeper. This B&M wing coaster is a lot of fun. Number 5, Top Thrill Dragster. This intimate accelerator coaster opened as the world's tallest and fastest coaster, and it is still a rush to this day. The hydraulic launch has some serious power. It violently yanks you down the track, and it's extra special in the front row as you're blasted in the face by wind. Number 4, Magnum XL200. This Aero hypercoaster was a trailblazer. Number 3, Maverick. This
So yeah, those look pretty cool. Rode the Blue Streak. It's too fast. Once was enough. The Dragster was a really good one for me. I like the Dragster because it goes from like 0 to I think 100, 120 miles an hour or something like that in like 4 minutes. So it's super fast. Like it's one of those where your face is like this. But it's fun. It's real fun. So that's where we're going next weekend with the kids. And that'll be our last trip for the summer, for the year, really. I think we were thinking about doing something for Christmas, leaving and taking a trip or something like that for Christmas, but we haven't decided. So that's what we'll be doing next weekend, and then I won't have a Friday night next weekend. The demon drop is crazy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that sounds crazy. I don't like the rickety wooden ones that like bang you around and make you hit your back, and I can't do all those anymore. My back ends up hurting, and then my neck, and by the end of the day I'm so uncomfortable, and so it's painful. My eyes are itching, but I'm gonna call it a night, guys. I am getting tired. It's been a long week. My eyes are starting to itch now because I'm getting tired. Congratulations to everyone who won in the, yeah, right? That carousel was pretty cool. The high speed carousel, that looks really fun. So congratulations to everyone that won. Make sure that you send me an email. Let me know what seeds you won, mailing address, all that good stuff. It was fun doing the movie quotes. Not next week, but the week after, I'll think of what other kind of trivia I can come up with for that week. So, thank you guys for joining me. Oh, yes, Feel Good Friday. Friend's cancer is in remission. Praise God. That is definitely a Feel Good Friday. Well, that's going to do it, guys. Until next time, the more you know, the more you grow. Bye, guys.